Hey there, SDP. Looks like you're the first one here. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do about my paste situation. I've got residual paste on my thing, and it's perfectly good paste. It's good paste, so I don't really want to waste it. It's good for reballing, but I've got these chip quick containers full of crap paste, and it never worked out. It was a terrible purchase. The stuff just didn't, obviously I didn't. Wow, that's just going to go straight in the bin. That's a very different flux in that one. That's a SAC 305. I do like SAC 305, but that's gone weird. That's why I like to use the paste in these syringes. It keeps it airtight. I'm just not sure what I can do about that excess. I think honestly, I just need to throw these in the bin. It's just complete and utter crap. And maybe I'll just have to dispose of that paste on the spudger and the squeegee and just have to come up with something else. I need to go find some small containers that I can store it in, that I can reuse for reballing paste. Hey Greg, hey Bogdan, Dave Morris, US. I'll just clean that up a little more and it should be good to use. Normally I would, if that was paste from yesterday, I would just reuse that. I'd leave it on there, put fresh paste down, and then they'd mix together. But it'd be okay. Yeah, as long as it's within about 24 hours, it seems to be okay. But that's about 3 or 4 days old, that paste. And like I said, it makes perfectly good reballing paste, but not so good for this work. Alright, so we're actually going to try and do a double stencil job here today. I really could do 3, but we're going to start with 2 because I can't fit more than two sets into the reflow oven. I'm also now sticking with just the one magnet. Too many troubles trying to get these damn magnets to behave and come off properly. Yep. Okay. Okay, so that's set 1. Add a bit more paste. Probably a little more, otherwise I'll regret it. I'll get halfway through the second stripe and it will be dry on me. Okay. Okay, that looks good. A little bit of smushing because it's the second run, but it's okay. We'll start with this one first, but we'll clean up the stencil before that. Hey MacGyver. If anyone's wondering, MacGyver is the chap that produces the cases for the meters for me. It was very nice of him to actually come up with the design and everything like that. Saved me a lot of work, and he did a good job with the printing of them. See, Northwest Repaired did an honest review on NRF Flux. Alex did not like the review. Oh, really? Oh, I hate to say it, but I kind of am now curious to see Alex's response on that. I don't subscribe to the guy, but I am kind of curious to see how he responds. I haven't watched Northwest's thing. I don't watch Northwest, but I'm not going to lie, I'll be curious to see how Alex behaves. Maybe that makes me a little bit childish. Okay, let's go for the first one. Get a zoom in. I just realised I need suction. Hey there, Arilla. Just plug in the vacuum pump. Here we go. 10 microfarads up first. So I think we'll just do 2 boards today. I was going to do 3, but I think 2 might be my limit for today. And then once all these are done, it's a case of they just sell out, and that will be the end. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do another batch of 50. Guess we'll see. We will see. Although it seems a little bit of a shame to not do more, considering I spent all that time and effort into doing the fume extraction hood. But I suppose that will come into use for many other projects in the future anyway. I feel like I probably need to start looking at seeing if I can find someone who wants to buy these in bulk, or I don't know. Because I think the batch that I've done has essentially covered the needs of those who did want them. And I'm not sure there's a huge demand outside of that. Hey, Mycosis. Fortunately, I've got enough logic boards. It's more just everything else that needs to be ordered. Things like screens in particular. Screens, cases, sensors, as in the voltage current sensor, that kind of stuff. I've got plenty of AVRs, and I've got plenty of the CH340s. I'm running a bit of an excess paste on this one, I can see. I mean, there's obviously plenty of people who want USB-C meters, but the question is, are they people who will pay $80 for them? That's the question. So, I mean, yeah, if you look at just, okay, how many people want a USB-C meter? There's thousands. But how many are going to want a USB-C meter that costs $80? And all of a sudden, that thousands becomes a handful. I mean, why would you spend $80 on a meter when you can get one from AliExpress for $20? Even if it falls apart. I think I've spent around about $200 on various other USB-C meters over the time until I got to the point where I was sick of it and decided I'd do this design. And the fact that I wanted the on-screen display. You know, one that wasn't looking like it was from the 1980s and wasn't full of spyware. I have more USB-C meters than I can count, and none compared to yours. The only time I use the other than portable. Right, yeah. That's pretty much what I sort of end up encountering as well. It's like often I will just daisy chain the bench one to one of the portable ones if I wanted to have something else. But yeah, I was just getting so sick of those ones. I also didn't like the fact that they don't give you any indication. Yeah, they don't power up unless there's a communication, you've got PD protocol occurring, things like that. I know they've improved them since then, but at the time which I was working with, you didn't know whether it was faulty or whether it was a protocol issue. Yeah, Bogdan, I actually loathe Bluetooth with a passion. I hate Bluetooth so much. The frustration of, sometimes the operating system drops it or forgets it, or, there's just, when it comes to test equipment, I really do only like direct connected stuff. Unless there's a really good reason for it to be genuinely isolated. For safety reasons or something like that. I mean, there's no denying the Chinese can pack a lot of features in for the dollar. In most cases, their cost of a completed unit is going to be quite a bit below my bill of materials cost. There's just no way around it. Hey, MacBook Fixer, how's things going on your side? What do we got? Put our sensors down. Yeah, cable clutter can be a pain, I agree. Stick my head in the way here, sorry. particularly if you've got a scope and a power supply, all that sort of stuff on your bench. Speaking of which, I've basically taken my power supply away now. It's like I don't use it. And if I've got to use it for voltage injection or something like that, I'll bring it out explicitly. But apart from that, it's no longer on my bench. Hey, Patty. Certainly, so far as powering laptops or test devices under test, switching over to everything via the USB-C has been quite a big cable saver. Yeah, I think that's all the little stuff. Yeah, the only Bluetooth device I have, likewise Greg, is my headphones. And that's for my MacBook at night when I'm settling down. Other than that, I've pretty much given up on Bluetooth. Yeah. Okay, David. Thanks for dropping in anyway, even though it's late for you. Like I said, public holiday here, so we were able to get away with not having our sleep. So I think Bluetooth could have been so much more, but it seemed like it got bogged down for too long with too much complexity with the um, operating system stack of handling it. And now people are just like, they're either using some sort of default fallback mode, and that's excessively overloaded by many other devices that want to use it, and so on and so forth. And yeah, it just didn't. Hey there.
He just wanted to see you. He was trying.
Oh, really?
I woke him up when I put the clothes on the line.
You're such a rat. Meow. Meow. Yeah. What are you doing? Other than being a nuisance. Yeah. Big nuisance. Yes, you are. Yes. Normally Milo should sleep through till 3 or 4 in the afternoon, but decided that, what is it now? It's probably 3 o'clock. Ah, that's drifted off. Oh, it is 3 o'clock. He's awake a bit early though. And then he likes to yowl the house down. Hey, Dreams. Yeah, Ben, I agree. Yeah, people generally don't care much about that latency. I know some people are affected by it quite severely, but for the most part, doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. So that's one board set done. I'm just going to load that onto the pizza tray. And we'll get the second one done. If you're having two-way, then yeah, latency can be a major pain in the backside. Especially if you're a lip reader. Although a lot of people are sort of subconsciously, they don't realize that they're lip reading half the time. They'll just feel like things seem weird and they can't pin it down what's weird about it. And they'll push through it. Ugh, smushed that one bad. Okay, it seems like compared to the previous stencil paste, this one feels a little missing. Like it doesn't quite stick as well as I want it to. Oh well, variations. Fortunately, we're not doing any BGA stuff here, but yeah. To be fair though, if it was BGA, you wouldn't have paste on those BGA pads because the BGA parts themselves will have that. So many 100 nanofarads. Doesn't seem very fast, but I'm pretty sure I'm outpacing an entry-level pick and place for the moment. At least until my arm wears out. You'll have me beat on precision though. And it won't forget the odd cap. It won't be like, oops, forgot to put C9 down. Reparity, I've got my sort of close-up glasses on, as it were. Woo, these are the 10 ohms. So it's just borderline. Unfortunately, 603s I can still place by hand like this. If it was 402s, then yeah, I'd be running into trouble. If I wanted to make my life easier, I'd just make everything 1206. So I'm less than, okay, let's call it around about 30 centimeters away from... Mo, what are you doing, buddy? Why are you being difficult? You're supposed to be sleeping, you little narc. Honestly, children, they can tell when you're occupied with something. And of course, poor old Alita's going to be on the other side of the door trying to placate him, but he's just going to be stubborn about it. So if we can just get this set done, then while the reflow's occurring, maybe I can run out there and give him a scruff or two. But yeah, he's awake earlier than he should be. He probably got excited because when Elita went to hang out the washing, yeah, that's the laundry door would have been opened, and it's through the laundry door that freedom is available. And so he would have thought, freedom! And it was like, no, too early. I am worried with my glasses though that if the next step that I got to take in terms of magnification, I am going to get to the point where I won't be able to do this anymore. And it's not really something I can effectively do. That's upside down. It's not something I can effectively do under the microscope either. Because yeah, the area which I've got to cover to be able to see is just too big. That's when you move to a stereo magnifying headset. You mean like kind of thing that Dave Jones uses, the Mantis headset thing? Or are you talking about the ones that sit on your head like a headband? Because I have tried the headband ones and I didn't get along with them so well. I guess maybe it's a case of desperation drives you to accept. Come on, flip. Good job. Terrible job of placement. Hey there, Jim Allen. Oh, come on, man. see what else we got to go. That's all the big stuff. So let's do the. Sorry, that's all the small stuff. Okay, you did me the headband thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I would have to go through a bit of a training process of tolerating that. I suppose some vision's better than no vision. I mean, it's not that my vision's bad as such, you know, considering my age. It's not perfect, that's for sure. But overall, it's pretty good. Just naturally, as you get older, the lenses don't really stretch as well as they used to. We can just rotate this around. Hey there, laptop. Yeah, I'm okay. So funnily enough, I kind of went through a swing where I've always traditionally been slightly long-sided, and then I became short-sided. Now I'm heading back to long-sided. Oh, well, that was lucky. It just fell back in. Ha! Nice. I think it was about 10, 12 years ago now that my distance vision went to complete crap. No, I will not say complete crap. I mean, you know, I could still drive without glasses, but relative to what I was used to, it was no good. And now it's sort of going good again. Okay. There's a hair there. We don't want that burning. See, Soren did not need an adapter after all for his new mechanics microscope camera. He did not adjust the new camera to use the same settings. Oh, that's interesting. I would have thought. So I'm going to assume his adapter that went between the microscope and his camera did not have a focal adjustment ring on it, but instead the camera did. It's interesting. Like, I know the reducers that I use, they have a integrated focal adjustment. Okay, camera on for that. Oh gee, looks like she had to relent and let them out. Okay. Hey Siri, set timer for 7 minutes, please. Hey Jim Allen, thanks for the 10.
7 minutes, starting now.
Oh, thank you, Siri.
No worries.
Ah, she actually answered me. That's great. Been a long time. Cooking up there. It's actually not too bad today. It's probably about 32, 33, I think. Here. I'm just gonna go walk out, check on micro, and I'll be back. Just tell me if it burns. it stinks a bit more in here. Damn it. Perfection still needs to be achieved. It's not too stinky, but it is a little. And I think it's because we've got a very strong wind outside pushing against the house. Or I've got leaks. Let's see. Cancel the timer. I haven't got my torch. Oh, it's actually just doing... there we go. We just finished. Okay. So we'll give that another minute or two to cool down and vent out. Never explained the issue but very clearly, but it seemed that he did not even try screwing the mechanics camera into its existing adapter ring. Oh, okay. The old adapter was stuck to the old, and that's why the new one didn't fit initially. Probably a stroker like it became unstuck. Oh, right, okay. That was just a little insert or something, was it? Need a high static pressure fan. That one, it's a centrifugal fan. I think it just needs the leaks sorted out. If it's a 4-inch, yeah, I think it's just a case of it needs the leaks sorted out or something like that. Maybe I can put a NACA duct on the outside or something to help any airflow going past draw out things a bit more. But the static pressure of that fan should be okay, even though it is only 4-inch. I might just stick mine on. Because I've got a HEPA filter with carbon here, so at least that will draw off a bit. It's certainly vastly better than it was in the past. The trouble is, when you have something now vastly better, you've just simply become more sensitive to smaller imperfections. Which, funnily enough, is something that happens with people using my software. Like if you compare my software to what we used to use, so like Landrex or even OpenBoard View, my old stuff, you'd be like, wow, you know, Flexboard View is vastly better and everything. But the trouble is, once you up that standard, then all of a sudden you nitpick on a lot more things. When you ask Siri to set time, you activated your Siri as well. Oh, seriously? You must have similar voices, I see. One thing I have found is after you activate Siri, then often Siri will respond to other voices that will not activate her. So if, for instance, Alita activates Siri, I can jump in quickly and ask Siri to do something, and she will accept that, even though we obviously have very different voices. So I'm not sure what the dealio is there. Maybe it's just a case of Siri is already capable of understanding a lot of variation in voices, but it only does the confirmation detection at the first portion. Okay. Okay. let's have a look. Good placement, no bridge, big ball. It's pretty good. Got a bridge there. This must be the one that had the excess solder on it. Okay, so bridge on that one. I guess we'll fix that up now. Hey, Lalo. Yeah, it's nicely fixed up. It's good when it's quick and easy. What the hell's a Mackie CR3 CR4? People speaking of boards I have no clue about. Oh wow, yep, this is definitely the board that had the excess paste. Okay, bridge fixed. A little off kilter there. Really do hate SOT 23s. They're notorious for going off kilter. I just feel like I want to touch that one up. I didn't like the very subtle head and pillow effect it had there. It probably was technically fine, but it was narking me. A lot of things were narking me. Alright, so that's sheet 1. Let's have a look at sheet 2. Okay, is that ground pin not connected? It is connected, it's just... I feel like I want a little more paste on that one. I'll have to use the big soldering iron tip for this. Oh, I've got to fix this tip up. This tip is not... It looks like it's tinned, but it really is suffering lately for some reason. There we go. Got a little too much. I don't know whether I really don't know what caused it, but it's definitely reluctant to hold solder on it properly at the moment. And yes, I do have one of those big brass ball things, but I think it needs to get some sort of stronger treatment to deal with it. Maybe a quick dip in some plumber's flux. Again, same thing there. Like I said, there's definitely a connection, but it just feels a bit limited. It's better. I think I might just do them all. I'm not quite sure why the stencil was sort of left us a bit absent this time around. I guess it was my application. Just trying to get some solder to sit. Okay. What I'm doing there is I'm just getting the small micro pencil to lay down some solder, and then from that I can reflow with the big tip. Because those pads are quite long. Okay. Okay, let's go programming phase. Glasses, glasses, glasses. What's this? 2 Zener diodes that run so hot. Wait, they're using Zeners for regular. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy considering how cheap Zeners are. I mean, how cheap regulators are. I mean, why the hell would you use a Zener regulator? I mean, it's one thing to use something like a TL431 to set your voltage, but even they're expensive. Yeah, that's a programmable Zener. And usually what you do if you're going to go that way is you use the programmable Zener to set the voltage, and then you use a BJT or something to provide the actual current pass. But even still, it's needlessly complex and expensive compared to just using a good old LDO. Tip repair paste. Might have to try that. Because it seems like maybe the plating is starting to wear through, and if the plating wears through, then you're up the creek. Alright, they all programmed, so it's good. Okay, Alright, that's it for today. So, yeah, I've got a batch of 8 here to sort out, and they basically will turn into, yeah, come here. We're going to turn into those shortly. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. See you on the next one, whenever that may be. Hopefully get some repairs in soon, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. You all take care. See you on the next one.